All right, guys, welcome back to my vlog. It's Adam Flowers here, June 5th, 2024. We have one hell of a show lined up for you guys. Tiffany Henyard, the village of Dalton, Thornton Township, oh, Lacey. We got a whole lot for you guys. Stick around, it's my vlog. Mr. Red Wemette, how are you doing today?
I'm hot, but I'm here.
Right, man, it's hot out here too in Las Vegas, let me tell you. But you know where the heat's really getting turned up?
In Dalton.
In Dalton, right underneath Tiffany Henyard's ass.
Turned the whole switch on that place.
Stay out of that heat up, man. I don't feel anything like that. But here's my question, Red. As I watched the meeting with you and I sat there, watched it live, the Thornton Township meeting, but then the Village of Dalton meeting. I listened to the whole thing, and I gotta listen to this clip. Listen to this. I want you to listen to this.
But I don't want anybody that's young like me to be discouraged. Run for office. Public office is something that's needed and something that the youth need to take a stance and do.
To what?
And something that the youth need to take a...
Did you say utes?
Yeah, 2 utes.
What is a ute?
The youths. The youths need to get into politics like Tiffany did.
Tiffany has her own language.
The youths. No, she doesn't have her own language. It's not a language. Come on. Are you kidding me? The two you. This is comedy, man. This is my cousin Vinny. This is And then the end of the meeting, Red, there's not even an adjournment.
Yeah, they didn't. It's legal.
Legally, technically, that meeting is still going.
I looked that up, and after 24 hours, it stops.
It does?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So legally, but it was never adjourned.
Well, you can look at the adjournment. Don't we have a clip of it?
Never adjourned. Yeah. No. Once the people went nuts, they said, she got upset. This meeting's adjourned. This meeting's adjourned. Everybody clear the room.
They didn't
You gotta have somebody second that. You have to have a motion to adjourn. You have to.
And then after the second, there needs to be a vote on it.
Oh my God. You know, I gotta say,
the dictator can't turn around and say, this is it. I'm a dictator. It's closed.
She did.
Clear the room, guys. This meeting's adjourned. Everybody out.
You say that.
What?
Meeting is adjourned.
It is?
No, you say that, Governor.
What?
Meeting is adjourned.
It is?
Here, play around with this for a while.
Oh,
Governor.
thank you.
Guys, my vlog. I'm Adam Flowers. This over here is Red Wemette. And I'm from Calumet City. I live in Las Vegas. I run a tour company out here, Vegas Specialty Tours. We have the mob tour, the crime tour. Red over here used to run a smut store, an adult bookstore in Chicago, Old Town. And he was muscled by the mob, and he became an FBI informant, went undercover.
Way before then. I was an FBI informant in August of 1971. And molded my way into the mob.
He's worked with these people, with the FBI, with the CID division, with all of these different branches, and he understands how this works, and he understands what's happening right now with them and what they're doing in Dolton and how this investigation's going. And Red, they're putting their pieces together. They're getting ready. They want all the counts for Henyard. They want it all lined up.
It's just going to be, if they got 34 counts on Trump for one little transaction, I don't know how many counts is going to be for her, but they have a tendency to they overkill on their indictments.
No, they do.
But they have a 99-point-something% chance of winning. They very seldom lose.
They don't lose. When they go after somebody, they get them.
I've never seen a loss.
They get them. So, yeah. It's bad. This is bad what's going to happen. I mean, it's bad. What did you think about her blocking off the parking lot and all that at the village meeting the other day?
I thought it was ridiculous.
Seniors, handicapped people can't get into the village hall to watch the town meet. I mean, this is just bad. Bob Custer, you guys, you have about 6 programs on this idiotic mayor, but who cares about this village in Illinois? Well, Bob, I went to school there. I grew up in Calumet City, and I went to school at St. Paul Lutheran in Dalton. I drove through Dalton every day. We used to have breakfast at the Pancake House after church on Sunday there, and then go to Herzog's clothing store, to get new shoes. And so I care about it. And here's the other thing. Everybody watching should care about this, because this is us. This is our country. This starts on a village level, city level, township level, whatever you happen to live in. And it starts at this level and it goes up. It's a trickle up. So, it's important for all of us to pay attention to what's going on here. This is it's bad. It's really bad what's happening. I mean, so everybody should care. Everybody should care. You can't put somebody up into office that sits there, and when you come up to the microphone in the town square to say what you think.
All right, next person.
That's it. Boom.
All right, next person.
Didn't give a shit. Not listening. When they were talking, they're sitting up there writing, her and Freeman sitting there writing, not even looking at the people, not even acknowledging them.
When they make comments, the people make comments, she doesn't answer their questions. All she says is next, next, next. Okay, the comments are closed now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, man. It's crazy. It's just nuts what's happening. Here, listen to this. I want you guys to hear this. She brought back a parade that's been dormant for about 10. She went to Thornridge High School, supposedly, Red. Listen to this. Sorry, she has her own language? Listen to this.
Since I became your mayor, I brought back a parade that has been dormant for over a decade. And for those that don't know, that's over 10 years.
Dormanted? It's been dormanted.
Well, like I said, she has her own language.
Yeah. Dormanted? You've got to be kidding me. And then the meeting ended, and here's how she left.
Shoved out of the way, there was already a heavy Dalton police presence for this heated trustee meeting. You can see officers trying to separate the two sides.
Yeah, she snuck out the back. Just like this. That's right. The only place where we're going to mix politics with Blazing Saddles is right here on my blog. Why not? The facts are going to come out. Lori Lightfoot got on the microphone. She got up. You know what? Maybe I'm not a big fan of Lori Lightfoot.
I'm not, but guess what? Nobody.
She is more well spoken though than Tiffany. I would much rather listen to Lori talk than.
When she got on the microphone, Tiffany said, "Okay, turn the sound system off." She wanted to be heard.
It's unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable. You ever hear a First Amendment? Anybody know about the First Amendment? Oh, you know
Robert's Rules of Order. They don't use those at all.
Somebody
they slang to Robert's rules.
Somebody
it's how we're meeting.
According to Tiffany, everybody's using her name and her image for clickbait. Clickbait. She thinks the news owes her money.
I think now you guys owe me a check, news, because you use my likeness and my name just for views.
They're not using your likeness and your name, Tiffany. They're using your fucking story.
But they owe you a check.
Oh my God. This is unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Baby, you are so talented. And they are so dumb.
It's insane. Mob Vlog, you guys are real truth funny. Hey, Dan, thanks for watching. Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new here. By the way, Red, I just wanted to make this announcement. We're at 50,000. Right now, we just hit 50,000 because of you guys. Mob Vlog is at 50,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. And Red, thank you for helping the channel get there. Really, thank you so much. Now, back to Tiffany. She looks good in that color, doesn't she?
Yeah,
She
I'm
really,
really used to it.
she really looks good in that color, man. It's a beautiful shade of orange on her. It's really, my God. So, what are the feds doing right now? Do you think, as far as accumulating and compiling this information about her?
Going faster than I thought, personally. At
Okay.
least the news stations say their sources say it's going faster, and I believe that. But they're gathering the information. They still have the grand jury, and that grand jury is going to be going and going and going. They're not only going through every member that shows up at meetings to go, speak before the grand jury. They're going for anything that's on footage that they see on YouTube. They're grabbing all these people. All the her allies or her constituents are being interviewed, and all the other people that she has anything to do with, they got subpoenas. That's it. Definitely. What's it? Uncle who?
Oh, that's Uncle Andrew.
Yeah,
Uncle Andy. Okay,
Uncle Andy's going to jail.
going.
Definitely.
Keith Freeman started the bogus foundation for her. Tiffany Cares.
It's already indicted. He's already been arrested.
They're gonna flip him, Red. And according to Red, here's what they're gonna say to
The
him.
regs, and if you haven't grabbed this proposal, you're gonna feel like you are fucked with a dick big enough for an elephant to feel it.
I do believe
That's
that.
what they're gonna sit there and go, I'll take the deal. I'll take the deal. I'd rather not sit behind bars with a dick big enough for an elephant. No. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. So they're gonna the grand jury, the local grand jury, and explain this again, because it's not like a jury of 12 people. It's a big jury.
It's not a local grand jury. It's a federal grand jury downtown at 219 South Dearborn. And it's 23 people. Those 23 people sit in nice, comfortable chairs. And they do it for a year and a half, 18 months, and sit there. And while they're sitting there, they bring the people before them on the cases, on the subpoena. And those people are asked questions by the prosecutor. And then the prosecutor asks them, does anybody have any questions out here? And those 23 people get to ask a witness,
Right?
a question.
Right.
So they're going to get to the bottom of everything, I'm sure. Inquiring minds must know.
And when the jurors get to ask the questions and do they also get to say, hey, could we bring in this person or could we bring in that person? Do they get to ask for that, or do the prosecutors delegate that?
Well, they can infer that. Like, if we had more information from somebody else, the prosecutor could say, that'll be provided, and he'll do it.
Mark Rebel Games, the clips you use are so funny and on point. Well, I'm glad.
All right, next person.
That's sorry, Mark. I just had to do that. I thought that was funny. So, yeah, this is gonna be crazy. I mean, it's absolutely gonna be crazy what happens whenever the indictments do come down. Do they want to put them all together? So how many counts that they have? Get more and more and more counts, or what's the deal?
It won't be just counts. It'll be people. There's more than one. It's not Tiffany going alone. Somebody else riding this train with her. I mean, she can get there just by herself by manipulating. She's not that sharp to manipulate everybody else.
Right.
And like the questions they're asking about the BMW, the Land Rover, different pieces of real estate. I mean, she bought these things. Where'd she get the money? She shouldn't get it from her salary.
Where'd you get that money for that gold microphone?
That's something. Adam and I were talking about this last night.
Is she Prince? What is she? Is she Cameron Diaz from the movie The Mask? She gets a gold microphone?
I've never seen anybody with a gold mic like she has. And everybody else doesn't have a gold mic. Everybody else has a chrome one. She's got a gold one.
I'm an entertainer. I'm an entertainer. And I even had a camera, a selfie cam that I used on stage, and I put it was the sexy cam. Never mind. Anyways, it had rhinestones on it. Okay, because it's entertainment. if you're an entertainer and you want a gold microphone because you're Prince and you're going to do the gold revolution, whatever, then great. But a politician shouldn't have a gold microphone.
Well, I don't think humble's in her vocabulary. You know, it's just
it like insinuates royalty or something. It's not a good image. It's not a good image.
No.
And according to her, the news, that's using all of they owe her a check.
It's a lot of people that's.
They owe.
I think now you guys owe me a check, news, because you use my likeness and my name just for views.
And according to her, the news isn't real. The news is fake. You believe that, Red?
Everybody should know that media is deception.
You are fake news.
Jeez. Okay. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It really is.
You use your tongue prettier than a $20 whore.
So,
that's why she uses the gold mic.
my God, man, come on. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Scott had something to say. He said Rush Limbaugh had a gold microphone.
Golden EIB mic. That's right, he did. Yeah. What does she think she is? Rush Limbaugh?
I mean, Rush Limbaugh had she's got national recognition.
Again, entertainment. He might have talked about politics, but it was an entertainment show that talked about politics. It wasn't not a politician. Do you know what we get? Could you imagine? The president coming out with a gold mic? People would freaking lose their shit on both sides. They would. No, they would, Red. I'm surprised their microphones doesn't have diamonds on it. I am too, Julie M. I am. It should have rhinestones wrapped around it like I did on my stage cam, my sexy cam. Anyway, it's
too late to recall her, Betty
Bobo. They tried to. They tried to, and it got overturned. So the appellate's court overturned it. So that was after that got overturned, Betty. This is the next meeting she had. This is how she came into the meeting.
How y'all doing? Ain't no stopping us now.
All right, carry on.
And what's the deal? What's the deal with every time she comes up to a microphone, she has to boom, 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 boom on the microphone? Do you know that's bad for the sound system? Thump, 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 thump. That's like, no, that's theater 101. You don't do that. But then again, like I said, she's not an entertainer. She's a politician. So that's the big difference.
She's a personality.
Oh, you want to call her a personality?
Yeah, a bad one.
She's supposed to be a politician.
True.
Listen. What the hell's a you?
But I don't want anybody that's young like me to be discouraged. Run for office. Public office is something that's needed and something that the youth need to take a stance and do.
To what?
And something that the youth need to take a.
Did you say utes?
Yeah, 2 youths.
What is a ute?
What's a ute? The youths need to take a stand. They need to get into politics. The youths. Oh my God, man. When the mainstream media starts making fun of gold microphones and
yeah, they did.
They did. And that's bad. I mean, it's really, really, really bad.
And they described the meeting, the last meeting they had in Dalton, as the most chaotic thing that ever happened. I mean, they just couldn't believe it.
No, back in Chicago, back in the day, there were the council meeting wars. They were standing on their desks across from each other, Red. You were telling me about it last night. The aldermen getting on their desks and screaming.
That was somebody stood up on their desk a long time ago. I remember that back in the 80s. But it wasn't as chaotic as this. I mean, there were 50 aldermen, and that was the city council. Here, there's only 6 people, plus Tiffany. So, yeah. I mean, it's like, it's very, very different.
They never adjourned the meeting.
No.
Lori Lightfoot got up. It was motion to adjourn. Do we have a motion to adjourn? No, motion to suspend the rules. I've never heard that.
I've heard a motion to suspend the rules, but it usually gets knocked down.
Motion to suspend the rules. And then they put Lori on the microphone, and then Tiffany got upset and started turning her microphone off and then starts yelling over her. And then basically she said, this meeting's adjourned. Clear the room. Clear the room. But the only one that cleared the room
was
Tiffany. Yeah, she was the only one that got up and left.
Well, actually, Lacey and his troopers, policemen, I call them stormtroopers, they're trying to push him out.
Not out of disrespect either. They call them stormtroopers. Those guys work hard. First off, they have a thankless job, those police officers. They're working for the city.
They're just doing what they're told to do.
They're doing what they're told to do. They're trying to support their families, earn a pension, do the right thing. It's a thankless job, and 99% of them are good guys. So yeah, we're not trying to disrespect the police there in Dalton. You guys are, if you're watching, you're doing a great job. But anyway, she never adjourned the meeting.
Clearly shoved out of the way, there was already a heavy Dalton police presence for this heated trustee meeting. You can see officers trying to separate the two sides.
Yeah, she slipped out the back, Red.
Clear the room, guys. This meeting's adjourned. Everybody out.
You say that.
What?
Meeting is adjourned.
It is?
No, you say that, Governor.
What?
Meeting is adjourned.
It is?
Here, play around with this for a while.
Oh,
Governor.
thank you.
You know, Red and I have so much damn fun putting this show together for you guys. It really is. It's a lot of fun doing this. So thanks again for helping me out with this, Red. It's a lot. We just passed 50K subscribers, guys. Thank you for subscribing. Hit the like button. Geez, Red, you know, the show started. My first subject was Frank Collada. If you guys haven't watched Coffee with Collada, the playlist, go check it out. Hear about some Chicago old history, mob stories. Really cool. We did about 25, 30 episodes with Frank. But I got to say, Red, you've done over 170 episodes with me, dude. So thank you for sticking it out, man, and helping this channel along. Anyway, let's
plug my book.
Oh, you know, if you haven't heard Red's story, you got to get Red's book. Nobody Cares and What I Did About It. He's Red grew up in Chicago. He ran an adult bookstore in Chicago, and he was muscled by the mob. He ended up wiring up his place. He went undercover for the FBI. It's a freaking fascinating story. It really is. And he put guys away like Frank the German Schweiss, Family Secrets trial, testified at the Family Secrets trial. I mean, just really, hey, go political, Carlton. It's that's my cuz, Carlton Flowers. Hey, man, if you guys haven't checked out Go Political, go check out their channel. They're doing great coverage. Carlton's covering this thing. He's doing a wonderful, wonderful job. So please go check out his channel. Hats off to you, Carlton. Yeah. So anyway,
somebody going to jail.
Without a doubt, that is happening. Okay. You know what? During we played this last week, but during her inauguration, people should have known shit was going sideways.
J.F. Kennedy said, "Ask not what you can do for your country, but ask what you can do for your country."
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
She got a little bit mixed up there.
How do you fuck that up, man? That's like saying this is one small step for man and one small step for man. Like what? How do you screw that up?
Yeah.
Really?
You use your tongue prettier than a $20 whore.
Hey, Red, thanks for telling me to watch Blazing Saddles, man. That's the funniest damn movie ever, man. I didn't see that until I only knew the fart scene from the movie. Because somebody used it in a video, put a little clip up, and I was like, oh, that's pretty funny scene, you know? Anyway, so once the grand jury, oh, hold on. That's crazy. Red's done more than 7 times the videos than Frank. Yes, JW, it's true. And if you talk about the length of the videos, each one being an hour, and the fact that the ones I did with Frank were pretty short, Red's done thousands of hours more. It's insane when you add it up. But anyway, thanks, Red. So, guys, the grand jury gets to ask questions. They're going to be bringing people in. What's going to happen, Red? How many counts? What do you think they're going to? What can they get her on right now, in your opinion?
Right now, she could plead down, but to dishonest fraud, and that's probably what she's going to wind up doing at the very end. But if she goes to trial, it's going to be a real shit show. It's going to be very difficult. I would believe just her alone, and she's going to get hit for conspiracy and racketeering. This is federal court, and she's probably going to get hit with it because it's happening. I see it happening. Other people see it happening. Do you think the U.S. attorney's not going to see it happening? So when they're done adding up their indictments and everything, it's hard to guess right now. Right now, they may be only be at 5 or 6 counts that they say, yeah, we'll charge her with these, and they're writing them down. But when they decide at the very end, it's going to be difficult, and that's going to be a while from now. This is going to go on until I predict, and I predicted some time ago, a few shows ago, that they would indict before the election.
Presidential election.
National election, yeah.
Just to want to get confused, we aren't talking about the mayoral election in next year. We're talking about the presidential election this year. Is probably when it will happen. Regina, would you think that she would have paid? You would think that she would have paid for a public speaking course for herself. Have you really listened to her talk, Regina?
She has a publicist that speaks for her when she doesn't want to talk. Otherwise, she grabs the stage.
Regina, she brought back a parade that's been dormant for over 10 years, which she also has to explain. A decade is over 10 years. For those of you that don't know what a decade is, listen.
Since I became your mayor, I brought back a parade that has been dormant for over a decade. And for those that don't know, that's over 10 years.
Dormanted?
Dormanted.
And for those that don't know, it's over 10 years. Whoa, you know what a decade is, and people around you don't know what a decade. What the? She went to Thornridge High School. I went to TF North. Okay, that's the same. The Thornton Fractional North, Thornton High School in Thornton Township, same school district. So I know they taught me that when something is dormant, that means it's dormant. It's not dormanted.
Teaching is one thing. Learning is something else.
That's like tormented. He tormented me. You can't dormanted something. What is wrong with her? Does she get bail if she gets hit with the RICO Act, Red?
Everybody gets bail unless the only reason you don't get bail.
Flight risk?
Pardon me?
Flight risk?
A flight risk or a danger to the community.
Okay.
You're physically going to damage the community. Otherwise, you get bail. But
like
bail may be very high. It doesn't. It says the law says reasonable bail, but some of the judges and magistrates get very unreasonable. I see bails that are way too high.
Did John Wayne Gacy get a bail?
No, he was a danger to the community.
Okay, all right, that's what I thought. That's what I was just making sure. When you say danger to the community, that's what I was thinking. You know, like Jeffrey Dahmer isn't going to get bail, or Oh, okay, all right.
Schweiss didn't get bail.
Who didn't?
Frank Schweiss. When I had Frank Schweiss address him, September 15th, 1988.
Okay.
He went before the judge. He said, "I'm going to be out in a little while." He wasn't out. No bail.
Wouldn't give it to him. Okay. She is a danger to the community. Ask the taxpayers, man. They got heated in the end of that meeting. And who was the old? He was a former trustee who was there. The older guy,
Dan Lee.
He was going to get violent, man. This guy's going to get. He was, all in.
Crazy. I like Dan. He speaks his mind.
Crazy, man. I mean, it's just I've never seen anything like that, Red. Mafia guys don't get bail when they get hit with the RICO Act. You know?
That depends on their background, if they're a danger to the community or if they bribed a jury or something like that. Just because you're a mob guy doesn't mean you're not going to get, bail.
Sure. Dan, I like your comment. Yes, trustee Andrew Puffy Camp Holmes, group going to jail. Most likely, but again, these are alleged. He was allegedly roofied the girl, Fenia Dukes, while out here in Vegas. As a matter of fact, it's alleged that he did that. Is that going to be? Is that going to come up?
No woman's going to stand up and say that if it didn't happen like she did. And she cried. She got up, and this was months afterwards because nobody wanted to believe her.
No. And why would you lie about this? You know what I mean? It's
because Tiffany said, "Oh, don't say anything in Las Vegas. Wait till we get home where we can straighten it out." Because Tiffany knew, and Las Vegas is where the crime occurred. They can't charge anybody in Dalton. They have to go all the way back out and talk to the police, and by that time, it's all over. A year ago.
It's got to happen in the municipality. Be reported to the police in the municipality in which it occurred, for it to be going. Holmes went to the Bill Cosby dating course. He sure did, man, Pastor man. Man, I wouldn't know if they wouldn't. It's unbelievable. You got to understand something though. Those trustees, they don't do anything, Red. They don't do anything.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet, the mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work.
They do no work. They only run their mouths.
I said so, and that makes it a fact.
Hey, they did something, Red. They did a lot of something on. They overturned her veto. I veto Lori Lightfoot. Oh no, you don't. Although I gotta say, Red, Tiffany does have a point. They got the feds in there. They got the big boys in there doing the investigation, right? The IRS, the CID, they're all in there. So, what do they need to spend more money on a private investigation by somebody who can't even get subpoenas? She can't get anything done, right?
No, she's got to go to the U.S. attorney and talk to them. Thank you, Peter Faulkner.
And it's like they're already on the job, so why pay her to do the same thing? So I hate to say that. I gotta agree with Tiffany on this and go, it's kind of a waste of money, of the village money. It is. So yeah.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
And
what I mean?
And that's a fact.
That's a fact. Oh my God, that's a fact. Let's go to some of you guys in the comments. Let's look. Peter Faulkner, thanks for the super sticker. Nicholas Calabrese took to the lamb near me. All right. So Catherine Guerrero, the orange jumpsuit's calling her name. It sure is. This is to Alan B. Tiff's hand is tired of writing all them checks. Jesus. In my opinion, Lisa Lee, Tiffany already knew what was going to happen to that girl. They didn't get roofies from a Vegas vending machine.
That's true.
You've got a point there, Lisa. You've got a point. You know, when
you're on your own, I'm here doing my thing. You guys do your thing.
You know, yeah, you kind of, I don't know. You got a point there, Lisa. Yeah. People plan that kind of thing. It's not something that they just,
I would think Andy did. Andy
found some roofies out here.
I think he planned it. He said, "Oh, well, there's a trip I'm going on. I better pack my roofies."
Yeah. Anyway, what the hell's a ute? What's a ute?
But I don't want anybody that's young like me to be discouraged. Run for office. Public office is something that's needed and something that the youth need to take a stance and do.
To what?
And something that the youth need to take a...
Did you say utes?
Yeah, 2 utes.
What is a ute?
Hell's a ute?
I got a kick out of this here. I wonder if there'll be riots when she gets charged. No,
I doubt it.
Celebrations. Everybody's going to be out in the street like a hurricane celebration in Florida.
Celebrations and all. Not like celebrations, like let's start police cars on fire. I think it'll be celebrations like let's have a big freaking cookout or something at the park. It's going to be something big. because they'll be celebrating it. And the residents of Dalton and the people in Thornton Township deserve it after what she's done to that. And this is all allegations, but we're pretty sure that this is going to come to fruition. So, G-Man, by the time they do something about it federally, it may take years. The Fed doesn't work fast. It just goes about and makes sure when they get wind, the trustees want the truth out before.
G-Man, I disagree with you in this case. You're talking about mob cases, and generally speaking, or maybe Hunter Biden cases, it takes a long time. But I think they're going to move this one along pretty fast. And your catch-all word in what you said here is may. It may happen. This may happen. That may happen. We really don't know what's going to happen until it happens. I'm predicting against you. I made a bet some time ago. I bet everybody $100 bill and a steak dinner. Nobody took me on. I think it'll be a lot quicker than years.
You know what?
Working on it for 2 years already.
You could believe it or not, Red, but there's people that support a super mayor.
It's a lot of people that support super mayor, believe it or not.
I don't believe it.
Exactly.
I don't buy it.
I don't buy it either. Okay, it's this is gonna be bad. It really is. It's gonna be bad. Not gonna be good at all because
somebody going to jail.
And that's a fact.
Oh yeah,
that's a fact.
Scott, you need to take some lessons on law or go to law school.
That's your limitation on
the statute of limitations on the crimes they're looking into. Once they start investigating them, that lengthens and extends the limitation period.
Gotcha.
So,
guys, hit the like button if you're just coming in here. I'm Adam Flowers. I run Vegas Specialty Tours here in Las Vegas. We do the mob tour, the crime tour. This is Red.
All the tours, man. He does the best tours.
Red wrote the book Nobody Cares and What I Did About It. He worked as an FBI informant undercover for the feds for a long time in Chicago. And he's dealt with all these guys, with the agents that you worked with, Red. Some of them are still alive.
Oh, yeah. The guys from IRS, CID, are still alive. Jimmy McGuire. Actually, I was just contacted by John Osborne, the FBI. His daughter called me, Sarah Osborne. She called me on Facebook. But there are other guys I talked to were Jay Woolley. He used to be with IRS CID. He went to DEA and just retired not too long ago. Tom Moriarty, he used to be with CID, and he went to Justice Department. He works directly with the FBI now.
Okay.
So there's a lot of it I know, maybe 8, 9, 10. Also, ATF agents, John Rotuno, Jimmy Grady, and about a dozen others. But those guys are great too. Every one of them are great.
And Red, you understand how these guys operate. You understand how fast they work. You understand. Do you think they're sitting in the surveillance vans laughing their ass off at Tiffany?
I don't think they're even sitting in a surveillance van because there's too many people to talk to. They can have the people come in, or they can go out and talk to them. They can walk up to their door and say, "Hi, how you doing?"
Right.
Somebody that doesn't like Tiffany is going to flaunt the fact that I've been talking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is she going to do? Kill him? She's not going to.
William Davidson, once they get all the information and evidence together for the investigation, she's going to be taken into custody and charged.
Bill's a former police officer. He knows.
There you go. So, Scott H., what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Not in this case. Not in this case. What happens here ends up on YouTube. All right? That's what happens in Vegas now. Van Pasterman, Red was a hero for allowing himself to be wired. Red, did you have a camera?
It was my idea. I went to them and said, I want to wire up my apartment. It wasn't their idea.
Unbelievable. Red, did you have a camera in your TV when the mob guys came to your place?
I'd flip the switch on the wall and say, that's it.
One time, Red was sitting there, and as Frank Schweiss is sitting there, he leans back, and the microphone falls off the thing. Little wires hanging right there next to Frank, and Red sitting across the room and can see it. Ooh, and still kept his cool. That's crazy, man. Crazy. Guys, smash the like button. It really helps the algorithms. If you're new here, hit the subscribe down below. We talk about, we talk about Chicago history, and we talk about current events in Chicago. And right now, Dalton's a hot subject.
And after this show, we're going to my show on my channel, Red Wemette.
We go to Red Wemette's channel, and we talk a little bit more about things. So, yeah. Lisa Lee, again, Tiffany will think she is the best thing to ever step inside that prison. Guaranteed.
If that's her thoughts, God bless her.
She is.
She's going to need God's help anyway.
my dear God. You know, the facts are going to come out.
Because when the dust clears, and it will clear, you're going to see the facts.
She's right.
Yeah, we're going to see the facts when the dust clears. Yes. It's just crazy. Michael Stevenson, Julianne, Police Chief Lacey always says that during the meeting. He does. Yes. You're going to clear it out.
That's
You're going to clear it out. You better sit down. We're going to clear it out. Listen to how she ended the meeting.
Clear the room, guys. This meeting's adjourned. Everybody out.
You say that.
What?
Meeting is adjourned.
It is?
No, you say that, Governor.
What?
Meeting is adjourned.
It is?
Here, play around with this for a while.
Oh,
No,
thank you.
All right. So,
Peter has a little joke for us here.
Sure. Peter Faulkner. I had the police knock on my door. They said, "You're watching porn." I said, "Got a warrant?" They said, "No, we got the beers, sir." Oh, my God. Peter, come on. Oh, my God. That's just,
And one of my customers.
She may not kill them, but that crooked, sorry police chief might. Lacey, yes. And, you know, Lacey's, man, he's, I've watched some videos now of him, and he is oh, my God.
But he's good at delegating authority. Instead of doing it himself, he sends somebody else to do it.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Dan, Dalton trustee Steve said we better vote her out. And at the last minute, you don't have no balls, Stan Brown, to speak against the effing mayor. I like other trustee who speaks up a lot. House, I like him.
Jason,
and he's
Jason.
He's pro Mayor Temp. Right. And he vetoed it, but didn't the state legislature overturn the veto, Red?
The state actually overturned it. Not
the state. Yeah.
The state of Illinois, the Congress of the state of Illinois overturned that and several other items that Tiffany did. Mm-hmm. And it went to the Senate, and now the governor signed it. So it's law.
It's crazy, man. How much the woman thinks she's freaking Again, the gold microphone says it all, Red. It does. The gold mic says it all.
None can compare with vanity.
It's unbelievable. She needs rhinestones on it, though. I want to send a roll of rhinestones. It'll stick them to the city so that she could put them on there for her next meeting. It's the only thing missing.
She wants the real thing, the gold, and she wants diamonds.
Of course. Alan B. Wait till the feds show up and say same thing. Clear the room. Make room for the arrest. We got to make it. It's exactly what they're going to say. Clear the room. Oh, my God. Stanley G. Yes, Miss Tiff is going to jail. But what about the police chief? Now, he's a real jackass and criminal. What do you think's going to happen to Lacey?
I think he's going with, because as chief of police, he could have gone to the IBI, Illinois Bureau of Investigation. He could have gone to the FBI. He could have gone to all these people with different problems and said, "We got some problems here. The mayor's doing this, but he didn't. He went along. He climbed on the train for the ride. And he's got the paychecks to prove it with the overtime.
Yeah. 309 hours in 2 weeks, one of them got. Come on, man. You're kidding me?
Well, they showed his salary, and it's outrageous. Not salary, his paychecks. They were outrageous.
They're
asking for on the grand jury. They want to see all that stuff, because when they put it together and add it all together, who paid taxes on it?
Crazy.
City of Dalton's money. So when you get down to that, it's called dishonest fraud, defrauding the public.
Right. And then the misappropriation, the mixing of the funds from Thornton Township and Dolton Village. I mean, you're
that's another charge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All of these are. And it's just serious stuff. They're going to sit guys like Freeman down. They're going to sit Kamal, the boyfriend, down. And they're going to, oh, yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Oh, they're going to go and they're going to say, hey, we got a deal for you. We got a deal for you. Listen, you better take this deal. If you don't.
Mr. Reggs, and if you haven't grabbed this proposal, you're going to feel like you are fucked with a dick big enough for an elephant to feel it.
And that's a big dick.
That's something, a deal you can't refuse, man.
I'm going to make you a deal you can't refuse. Exactly. Yeah, let me make you an offer you can't refuse. But when it comes from the government, you best listen. And they will. And they're going to flip. They're going to turn like worms on her. It'll happen.
Usually they have the answers to the questions before they ask them.
Oh,
they know if you're lying or you say, I don't know. Then they put you on the hit list.
Unbelievable. Guys, hit the like button. 250 of you in here. Smash the like button. It really helps the show's algorithms. Thank you guys all for subscribing. Today we just hit 50K. 50,000. We're halfway to 100,000 people. Unbelievable. So thank you guys very much for subscribing. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And thanks for hitting the like button. It really does help the algorithms. So and helps the video get out there, and and helps people know
we need help because you are the show.
You guys are the
Somebody
show.
going to jail.
So do you think her boyfriend will turn? You bet.
Like that?
Yeah, like a worm. Stanley, you kidding me?
Oh yeah.
Yep. So sounds like the Democrats of Illinois have turned their backs on her.
I think so.
Yeah.
Somebody asked her, do you think Biden will give her a pardon? I don't think he knows she exists, and I don't think he cares.
Yeah. No. Probably not. Super Mayor Tiff is claiming that the ILS gives her sole authority and that the trustees are violating the law.
That's bullshit.
Oh, well, tell us how you really feel, Red.
Yeah.
Kamal, her boyfriend, will spin around like a ballerina.
You got it, Lisa.
And the village manager, G-Man wants to know, going down too.
I don't know. I would guess so. I don't know the facts on that, though.
Yes. That's how it goes. That is how it goes. Anyway, God. Fun times. I'm sorry, what's that?
That's how it goes. First your money, then your clothes. Ask Red Box.
She is the super mayor. Van Pasterman is right. She is the super mayor. And in case some of you don't know, believe it or not, okay? Believe it or not.
It's a lot of people that support super mayor, believe it or not.
Yeah, they support super mayor.
I'm a believe it or not because I haven't found too many.
She didn't say thus. She said she didn't say the super mayor. She said some people support super mayor.
Right.
It's a lot of people that support super mayor, believe it or not.
She's super mayor. It's not the super mayor. It's super mayor. She's super mayor.
I don't know the super mayor. Super mayor came from. She was a supervisor at Dalton.
Thornton.
And then she inherited the mayorship over at Dalton. So she was a super and the mayor, and she put it together and said, "Oh, I'm the super mayor, the one and only."
It's unbelievable, man. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And she's arrogant. It's all. Look at her with the gold microphone.
Y'all all say Martin Luther King had a dream, but guess what? I am the dream.
You're the nightmare.
Look at the way other people are looking at her. Play that again. Did you see
y'all
the guy?
All say Martin Luther King had a dream, but guess what? I am the dream.
You know what he's saying?
Next door.
I ain't buying this bullshit.
God, what the audacity in her, man. The ego, the narcissism. It's so unbelievable. Oh, super tampon gold digger. Jesus. Keith Helton, what's De Niro's opinion? Who cares? De Niro plays pretend for a living.
Yeah.
So
he does. There's some people that really do things, and there's other people that pretend they do them. And they put that on the major screen so you folks can watch it.
Exactly.
When you live it in real life, I know about it. I live it in real life.
Anthony Hood, how's it going?
Hey,
what's up, y'all? Nice to see you, man. Renee C, hi from Dalton. Hey, Renee, our heart goes out to you and your neighbors. We really do feel bad about what's going on there. Red and I might be playing clips of Blazing Saddles and having a laugh. It's to lighten the load. It really is.
I look at the people there, and that is a pity. That is a pity right there, because the people that she's hurting are not people that can afford to be hurt.
No.
And they really don't have the income. So it's not like she's scraping it off the top.
Yeah. No, it's really sad. It's really sad. So Renee, our heart goes out to you and your neighbors. Anthony Hood, she didn't look right the other night. You think she looked a little off at that meeting, Red?
At the end, she looked not right. I'll tell you that much. She went out that door.
Yeah, she is. Ms. Becky, we're wishing you a happy Wednesday too. So I hope that you're having a great day. Renee C, thanks. You're welcome. Mickey Griggs, she's starving for attention. She
got it now.
Ellen B, she's the Fed's dream, baby. Yeah.
She is a wet dream for every IRS agent.
How many people here from Dalton voted for her? Scott, she got in on a technicality. Her opponent died, I think, right? Didn't he have a heart attack?
Yes, and she said it was his last thoughts that she'd become his.
Yeah.
It's replacement. And she had somebody. Now that person's going to jail too, but she had somebody backing her up saying, "Oh, I was there. I heard it."
Yeah.
So she became the temporary mayor, and then she got in by some kind of legislation, and it was bad.
Yeah.
It was illegal.
No, yeah, of course it is. According to her, though, people like you and I go political. We're just using her as clickbait.
Y'all using me for clickbait and ratings, because y'all literally go on my Facebook page, my Instagram page, my Tiffany on the Move podcast page, and you take my clips and use it to bring people into your stations. I think now you guys owe me a check, News.
Yeah, we owe you a check, and I'm just bringing people to our sanctions. What sanction?
She's in the town hall meeting. She's promoting her podcast. That's what she's doing. Go to my Facebook page, my Instagram, my podcast, Tiffany on the Move. If you go and watch her podcast, that's some funny shit, man. That's some funny stuff. I mean, it's funny.
Before we leave here, and we're getting close, why don't we you put something together?
Red, we're gonna go over to Red's channel, redwemette.com. We're gonna talk some more about this. The laughs aren't gonna stop. You guys got another hour of comic relief from us. Go check out Red's book. Nobody cared what I did about it. It's available at redwemette.com. He was an FBI mole. He worked for the FBI in the state of Illinois, in Chicago. Got a bunch of mobsters in trouble. So that's the story in a nutshell. I run a Vegas mob tour, the Vegas crime tour, Vegas specialty tours here in Las Vegas.
Tours in Las Vegas. Go Seattle.
From Calumet City, and grew up in Dolton. I went to school at St. Paul Lutheran, which is now a Baptist church, I believe, according to the sign out front when I looked into Street View and looked at it. Anyway, guys, we're going to be over there. You have fun. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And I want to, Red, I want to express my condolences and everybody else on the channel for Duchess. Red lost Duchess on Friday and last Friday, and that was his best friend. And on
Adam stayed with me the whole time on the phone while I took her out and buried her.
I was on the phone with him when she died. And I stayed on the phone until you had her buried. And then that night, my friend Jack passed away.
Yes. Sad whammy.
Friend, 18 years. And anyway, this show's to you, Jack.